luxurious AT&T Stadium. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl. And we've got a classic in store between the New York Giants and the Dallas Cowboys. Hello, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The postseason continuing. For the chance to head to Arizona in 2 weeks' time for Super Bowl 57, we are underway now in the NFC Championship. This will be fielded inside the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The former number 6 overall pick of 2019, Daniel Jones, trots out to lead this New York Giants offense. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down. They'll go to Barkley again. Room here to run. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Cowboys' 19-yard line. 57 yards rushing for him now on the opening drive of this NFC title game. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Here's the first carry from Matt Breida. They'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. But Charles, as we've covered, they've already clinched their spot in the postseason, so now they just want to avoid adding any additional names to this list before the postseason begins.
Terrific observation, because trying to move up a spot, I don't know if it's worth it if you're trying to play guys who aren't quite right.
Touchdown, Giants! Isaiah Hodgins, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Giants have struck first in this NFC title game. Gano the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. A drive there of just 4 plays, and it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. First look at the Cowboys offense as Dak Prescott gets ready to guide them.
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special teams, running the football. But in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to play well and play at a really high level in order for his team to win.
Elliott going to get it again on second down. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And who's got it? The Giants. And a little careless there, Charles.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the... It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. There's so many different things into taking care of it and having balls.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now Jones. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing, Jones. He'll dump this down to Matt Breida. This will wind up a loss on the play, and that's going to bring up the 4th down.
I really like the angles that the tacklers came from on that play. They secured inside, took away the cutback. The sideline's there, so he can only go so far outside. They were able to close in and tackle him for a loss.
Yeah, they used your boy over there, the 12th man. Sammy sideline, right?
Sammy sideline. He knows something. He tackles pretty well, too.
He's tougher than an airport steak.
They had a chance there to really build a nice early lead, go up a couple of scores, but he doesn't hit that one quite right, and it winds up an empty possession.
So after the missed long field goal attempt, this offense set up nicely at the 44-yard line. Prescott's throw here pulled in by Hilton. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
And the last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he finds his target. It's Schultz. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Running with Elliott. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Give him 2 yards on the gain there, and it will take us to the end of quarter number 1. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Prescott. Rolling to his right. And his ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The New York set to take the field. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, so.
It does test the mental processes of the team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up, because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch, and guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did, because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
That'll be complete to Breida. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 11 and a giant first down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Got a man, that's Richie James. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Back to throw again. This is caught inside the 15. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. McCarthy pretty decisive. He brings out that red challenge flag. did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, certainly looked like a heck of a...
So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Matt Breida from 10 yards out. And the Giants have taken the lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes the score 14-7. So that drive 6 plays, 75 yards. And it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. This one taken just inside the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7. So a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Prescott to throw it. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
He's got his man, Schultz, coming across the formation. And this is good for a 1st down, his 2nd grab in this NFC Championship bout. Here's Prescott. Steps away to his left. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit. We decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 29-yard line. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this 1st half. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott out to his left. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Prescott able to hit his target, Lamb. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 16. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the 1st. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it. And this is caught. So he fakes the spike, and they get the touchdown. CeeDee Lamb with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from evening this one up. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now out come the Giants. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Throwing again on second down. Jones. James has got it. Complete. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Back to throw now on first down. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number one. To throw again on second down. Jones. They'll set up a screen for Breida. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. It's picked up by the Cowboys. Does the big boy have the juice? And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week. He's smiling. Marr now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. From the 10. He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Giants now going to take over late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Check down to Breida. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Clock rolling as the Giants will hurry to the line. To throw again on second down. Jones. The Giants going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Jones on first and 10. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
On second and 10. Jones over the middle, caught by Bellinger. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks. As always, one half remains in the Battle of the Sea. He will take home that George Halas Trophy and represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. But first, time to look ahead to the AFC Championship coming up later today. And it should be a great one as well, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars squaring off against the Buffalo Bills. With that, let's get a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Giants. And despite the fact that they're down on the scoreboard, they were able to have some success throwing the football in that opening half. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half. Our two squads making their final adjustments prior to the second half kick. Which team will be the one standing as NFC champions at the end? To find out, let's get you back to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And I think here with the lead, CD, they have to resist that temptation of kind of looking ahead. Would you agree?
Absolutely, I would agree, because they know the stakes. They know the winner of this game goes to the Super Bowl. And this one, it's far from over. They were the better team in the first half, but they do know that they're facing their toughest opponent of the year. And they've got to be prepared for them to fight it out all the way and add a few extra wrinkles in the second half as well. They need to stay on guard.
They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead, because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Again, it's Elliott. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 57 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. They'll try to throw now. Prescott going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And the Giants are going to take over at their own 41. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. We've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
From the 44, Jones. He's got Bellinger. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now 2 yards to go on third down. Off the bootleg. Jones. He gets it. Brightwell. And he will have a Giants first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. Operating from the gun, Jones. The throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. But Charles, I know you appreciate seeing this great defense, especially with the heightened intensity of the postseason. These two defenses, they have risen to the occasion to force back-to-back interceptions.
You know me well, Brandon. I always stand with my fellow defenders. And I love watching them make plays, and you nailed it. It's playoff time. This is when it matters most.
2nd and 8 coming up. Again to Elliott. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
26.
Now flags fly in, and one of the Cowboys looked like he got going a little early. That's on the Pro Bowl guard from Notre Dame, Zach Martin.
Still 3rd down.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Throwing. Prescott. He finds his man complete. It's Schultz. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 23 yards on the play.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Azeez Ojulari coming in for that outside linebacker spot, and he buries him for a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. Touchdown, Cowboys! CeeDee Lamb saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's finished off by the touchdown from CeeDee Lamb. Following the touchdown, here's Moore to kick it away.
Free kick out of bounds.
Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time, and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
Well, we're in the third quarter of the NFC title game. This is 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter play. 1 quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. Back now in Arlington. It's the Giants with possession of the football but needing points as we start quarter number 4. Here's Jones to throw on 3rd down. Flushed out right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Well, Charles, you got a quarterback out of the pocket trying to make a play, and you get it, but instead he ends up throwing it to the other team.
And partners, we know to be successful in this league, number 1, you're going to have to be able to make plays on the perimeter or when the pocket breaks down. But number 2, you've got to make smart decisions with the football. And that time, that simply was not a smart decision.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 46. They'll try and start this drive in the air. On the out route, it's Lamb with a grab. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Coming up on 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 67 yards rushing now for Zeke, and he's got a 1st down. They go to Elliott again. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Prescott. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick at your...
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. A.J. Boye with a pick. And the Giants are right back in this football game. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
From the 31, Jones. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Now Jones. This pass into the hands of Bellinger. And some space here. Finding room at midfield. He's still on his feet. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Throwing, Jones. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. He finds his man, complete. That's James. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may...
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. They do tack on the extra point as well. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. Dallas offense set for this next drive. Well, they can smell victory, partner. They can see it on the horizon, but certainly we're not done yet here. Defense still has 3 timeouts, and obviously this is a very slim lead they're holding on to.
And let's face it, the easiest way to get this done, challenge your ground game. Challenge your offensive line, your tight ends, your receivers, anyone who's going to lay down a block. Don't let there be penetration because they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and maybe bring extra people to the ball. If you can do that, make them burn their timeouts, run out the clock, life will be good.
Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 51 yards. And the Cowboys are closing in on a Super Bowl berth now as they extend their 4th quarter lead. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at a big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
Marr on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And a long run into the end zone, and what a run it was. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So now Jones and the Giants down by 2 touchdowns. A minute 38 to go. Their Super Bowl hopes hanging by a thread as they come up on 1st down. Meanwhile, Jones' throw here pulled in by Galladay. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Jones. Throw left side complete. That's James. Clock rolling as the Giants will hurry to the line. Now Jones. Forced out to his left. And this one too low.
And now the focus is really clear. They need to get that 1st down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
To throw is Jones. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here at their own 23. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. They'll try and run some clock now with Elliott. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as he'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And this is going to be a Cowboys first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about running them into submission.
And you took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college.
And Prescott, his third interception. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Giants are going to get the football here at their own 23. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. They have punched their ticket to the biggest show in sports.
And what a way to get there, to go the entire season and then play for the right to go to the Super Bowl and the right to call themselves NFC champs. Elation has to abound.